Yes, like for example, we have Yoina Hanovi, which is in Eretz Israel, and he's supposed to go to Nineveh, which would be the most eastern, northeastern part of civilization in Ashur, Assyria of those days. He gets a prophetic vision that he must go to them, to Nineveh, and he doesn't want to go. So what does he do? He gets on a boat in Yaffo, and he goes to the most western point of the Mediterranean, that would be the end of civilization, as the Romans called the Rock of Gibraltar, the end of the world, because there was no known world after that. So that would also fit in very well, that if we would say that the Tarshish that we are talking about here would be the city of Hovela, which is called Tarsus. Now, why would Shlomo HaMelech send boats to go to Tarshish, and why would he send them from Etzion Gova? So the explanation for that is, first of all, is that for the building of the Beis Hamikdash and for all the wealth that Shlomo HaMelech collected, that he ruled, and the world, he ruled the world by impression of his riches and all of his marrying all the wives from different nations. This was all to build an image of his might. So one of those things was to bring the silver, like he controlled, like it says in the Pasuk that he controlled the horse market, the Sus market from the Libyan horses in Mitzrayim. He also needed silver. Now, copper is mined a lot in Israel proper. I mean, in the Negev, there's plenty of copper mines. We find them till today. But silver doesn't grow in the area. So here, in this place called Uelva, silver was mined from prehistoric times. As one that goes, they could even, till today, they can show you exhibits of how they mined well back in the olden days, the silver mining. So what happened is that he would send an expedition, leaving from Etzion Gova, going down the Red Coast and collecting, like it says in the Pasuk, Shen Habim, elephant tusks, even monkeys. Every place that they stopped in the Red Sea, they would collect different things from Africa or from Arabia, and they would make their way all the way around Africa, up the coast, up all the way around Africa, all the way up to the mouth of the Gibraltar Straits, but they would stay on the side of the Atlantic, and that's how they would collect the silver. And that journey took them 3 years, as it says in the Pasuk. Achas l'sholosh shonim. Once in 3 years, we have the boats leaving Etzion Gova, all the way going around to Tarshish, which that would be Uelva, Tarsus, known in the Latin world, in the ancient city of Uelva, what it's called today. And that way they would bring all their finds and all their exotic finds and purchases, they would bring back all the way to Eretz Israel. So if that would be true, as the Malbim would write, if then we can assume that Shlomo HaMelech also set up a garrison of his people that lived in this area. So if that's true, then Jews lived here already in the times of Shlomo HaMelech. But let's talk about what we know for sure, and that would be the Jews living here at the time of the Visigoths. That would be directly after the Churban Beis Hamikdash. The Jews had a very, very good time here for a few hundred years. There was a group of people that ruled here. They were called the Visigoths. They believed in Christianity, but in their own version. They weren't Catholics. So when they saw the Jews, they would say, "Oh wow, these are the people of the book. Wow!" They read in their books, in the Old Testament, like they call it. And, wow, these are the people. These are the people of the book of the Torah, of the Tanakh. Wow! But at a certain time, around the 6th century, the Visigoths took on the Roman Catholic belief with all its trappings and its anti-Semitism and its anti-Jewish sentiments, and they started becoming very, very anti-Semitic, giving out terrible decrees on the Jews. It became impossible for Jewish people to live here, and actually at the end, around the year 600 or in the 7th century, the Jews had to convert to Christianity. Most of them did, not willingly, hiding, secretly practicing Judaism, but openly they were Christians from the outside in the times of the Visigoths. This will all end when Tariq came over with the Moors in 711, and he captured the rock, the famous rock of Gibraltar. That's why it's called Gibraltar. It's a corruption of his name. Jabal in Arabic meaning mountain, and Tariq was his name. So somehow Gibraltar means that the rock of this Tariq guy that took over in 711. Now he comes and he takes over all of Spain, everything that we know of Spain, all the areas of Castile, of Aragon, even all the way at Barcelona, all these cities, all the main places. But Andalus was their main place of ruling. The main place of ruling, and this was the place that the Arabs ruled from 711, like I said, all the way up to the Reconquista of 1492 and the signing of the expulsion in the Alhambra in Granada. That was the last place where the caliphs fell. That would be in Granada.